morning guys, so it's 28th of January, Friday, last day of the trading week. Been some interesting moves since Wednesday evening when we had the FOMC federal funds rate and the press conference, and Jerome Powell very hawkish. That means we've seen a very strong dollar, as you can see, but technically, you know, this is playing out exactly as expected. I've been talking about this level for a while, looking for price to come back and retest, and then looking to go long from there. So actually everything's happening as expected. You know, nothing new is happening in the chart. It's a bullish dollar. We had this double bottom here, we've had our impulse, we've had our correction, and now we are in an impulse move again. So as you can see, this week very strong, very strong, definitely. I mean, when's this impulse going to stop? Well, we don't know that. It's been a fairly decent move so far. I mean, but this one, let's just take a measuring tool just to see. This one went all the way there, and then we just moved that over here. This one has still got a fair bit to go just to match that impulse. However, do notice that there was a couple of days there of correction, so that would be nice if we can get a couple of days correction on this, and then we can look to go long again. So we need it basically to take a bit of a breather, then we can start looking to get long again in dollar pairs. So long dollar in dollar pairs, if that makes any sense. News wise today, let me just have a quick look. I'll bring it over to the screen. Not much actually. 1:30 p.m. that's UK time. USD core PCE price index month on month. That's it really. So a pretty quiet day regarding high impact news. I'm just going to go through a few charts of interest to myself personally. One is dollar Swiss, which had a really crazy move. This is the 12-hour chart. I don't really look at this, but I've been looking at 12-hour charts recently. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the moves just got bigger and bigger, which is just showing how much impetus there is there. Now, we've stalled. Well, we are seem to be stalling here. We've got a bit of a wick on this candle, which indicates potential selling pressure there. Now, this little zone here would be a nice zone to come into. If we do see that dollar correction, maybe 1 or 2 days, we could see this pop into this level here. I've noticed there is this level about 92,600 as well. We can see these candles here, these tips are wicks, so perhaps we can extend this down a little bit, and I do feel that we could be coming back into that zone. So, you know, there could be something for counter trend traders if you want to. If you're a trend trader, really you're just going to be sitting this one out, letting moves play out, and then seeing if we get buyers come in again. So you know, anticipating this, and then potentially that on dollar Swiss, but that seems a very nice target there, and then we see what happens after that. Do we break and retest? Do we break, correct, and move on again, and we can start to continue longs, or will that be the top of the move? We've got a nice bottom here, we've got a nice top here where we're finding resistance. So pullback on dollar Swiss would be great. Dollar CAD, I'm sorry about the color change from blue and black to red and green. This is just on a crazy one, something which I pointed out to our members on a watch list. This hammer candle, and if we broke that high, expecting that push to the upside, let me just change the let me just change the colors to blue and black to keep it all the same. Now this has been a crazy candle so far. 1, 2, doji candle there, 3, 4, 5. Wow, would like to see a pullback, because I'm looking to trade this until 129. That was a nice candle there actually. We've got this structure, close, retest, boom, gone. if we can see with that dollar weakness that we're expecting, temporary dollar weakness, you know, a couple of days like this, look, 1, 2, even 1. What I could say to you guys is end of day traders, you know, if you get a pullback, if you get a seller candle, no harm in putting a buy stop above it, anticipating the next impulse. So here, look, we get impulse, seller candle, buy stop above, does it trigger? No. Okay, next seller candle, buy stop above, does it trigger? Yes, gone. Seller candle, buy stop above, does it trigger? Yes. Buy seller candle, buy stop above, does it trigger? No. Seller candle, buy stop above, does it trigger? No. Seller, buy stop above, does it trigger? No. Yes, boom, gone. Was it probably about 2 or 3 to 1 there, just based on that one candle. So look for a pullback on the daily, at least one, you know, bearish candle, and hopefully that's going to happen. I mean, if it's something like this, well, there might be an opportunity, but even just look for one bearish candle, a way to get in. Pound USD as well is of interest. So I'm looking for this with that dollar strength as well to pull back and then potentially test this low here, and even test the low maybe down into 131. So I'm looking for a day of bullish moves on pound dollar as well. Something back into either the moving average there. There's a nice little level actually. With you know, some of you may not be moving average traders, but you know, we can see that support there. So it could come back and test that level. But again, look guys, you know, bull, bear, and then put a buy stop above the high, gone. So it's just a technique, you know, it's a very easy technique, and with end of day trading, obviously you only need to look at the daily candles, which is great, gives you a bit of time. That's just, you know, that's just something I'm throwing in the mix for you guys, totally for free today. A nice way of trading, and that obviously works in trending markets. No point doing it in a, you know, in a tight range or anything like that. They've got to be in moving trending markets. So pound USD shorts waiting, dollar CAD longs into 129, dollar Swiss. I think, you know, I'm looking for, in fact I'm going to set an alert right now, 92.6, anywhere around there actually. So I'm just going to write that in. Whether you want to do the same, that's up to you. But very, very interested in that zone. I'm going to leave that arrow in actually, taking that up to 93.60. Risk wise in the market, you know, the market is just risk off at the moment. You know, how far is this going to happen? How far is this going to have that move down? Well, you know, this was the height of when the coronavirus, COVID came out. Wow, it's gone so quickly. It's nearly 2 years ago now. The market's just dropped. Let me just put the 50 moving average on that one for a second. It even broke below that, look. And what's interesting is it broke this low in a market that's in an uptrend, making higher highs, higher lows. It broke this low, and I'm sure there was a lot of stop losses below this low. Broke, and then look how it's recovered. So how long is this, what I would consider to be a correction in the market? How long is it going to happen? Well, you know, we have no idea. All we can do is, you know, trade the market momentum. So it's a risk off sentiment at the moment, and you know, continue to short this market until it turns around. What I can see is a potential, if I take this off here, this is the S&P, very, very popular for trading. See a bit of a CTL there, so there could be a bit of a flag pattern going on, so we might have a little bounce, and then there, and then something like that. Or we've had the bounce there, this could be a correction, we could go straight up to here and then maybe break out. So we would expect basically with this flag correction, when it's sloping to the right after a down impulse, an impulse of sellers. We get a correction like this in the opposite direction, and we would expect it to break to the downside. So what would interest me is if price came into the top of this structure here, and probably going down into the hourly time frame and looking for an evening star pattern or some kind of rejection, maybe a bearish engulfing candle. I mean, that was a great signal. Engulfed, look, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, what, 10 candles, just having a rough look there. Look, engulfed 10 candles. Sell stop below there would have got you into the trade. The problem is with candles that big is that you're going to have a huge stop loss, so it's not brilliant at all. But it was an indication, you know, just reading price, that okay, well, the sellers are in charge of the market, and that's what happened. Now we've seen buyers. This could be a correction, like I say, and if we can push to that upside, look for a rejection and then look to sell from the top of this flag. So there you go, guys. Some markets of interest to myself there. Have a great day, whatever you are doing, and stay safe. Keep that risk low. Trade with, trade with caution. And yeah, I will speak to you probably Monday. Have a good weekend, guys. Take care. Bye.